Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome to another episode of Virtual PE. Guys, I'm your host, Jeff Giosi with CrossFit Morgantown, and we have an awesome class for you guys today. We're going to keep things the way that we have. We're going to talk about nutrition first, then we'll go over anatomy. Today, we do have a new element that we're going to add in. We're going to go over skills. We'll talk about skills for a little bit. We'll go through our warm-up and discuss our workout, and then you guys will hit that workout on your own after this video is over. Super pumped for you guys to start a new week. This one is going to be awesome for you guys. Okay, first, we'll talk about anatomy. In the previous weeks, we've learned about two muscles and one bone. The first muscle we talked about was the muscle in the front of our leg. Does anyone remember what that was? What was it? Yes, it is your quadricep. Good, because there's 4 muscles. Good job, guys. Next, we talked about the bone that was directly underneath the quadricep. Do you remember what that was? It's the longest bone in our body. Do you remember? Femur. Yes, you got it. Awesome. And then last week, we talked about another muscle. The muscle was in the back of the leg. Does anyone remember the name of that muscle? Yeah? Hamstring. Right. So we have our femur. The femur is the bone. We have our femur. Our quadricep is the muscle here, and then our hamstring. If you were looking at it from the side, you would see the quadricep, the femur, and then the hamstring. Awesome. Guys, today we're going to learn about a new muscle. This muscle is down in the lower part of my leg. Most people call it your calf muscle. The actual name of it is your gastrocnemius. It's a pretty hard word to remember. Here's a great way to remember it. When you're driving in a car and you hit the gas pedal, it looks like this. You point the toe to hit the gas. When you're pointing your toe, you're flexing the gastrocnemius. So when you hit the gas, you're using your gastrocnemius. Awesome, guys. So muscles that we know so far: quadricep, hamstring, and now the gastroc. The bone that we know is the femur in the middle of the leg. It's the longest bone in our body. Awesome, guys. That is our anatomy today. We learned another muscle. For our nutrition, in the weeks past, we've talked about eat meat and vegetables. We went over those two. Eat nuts and seeds. We talked about those two. Last week, we just talked about eating fruit. Some pineapple, banana, apple, grapes, oranges. All those are amazing fruits to eat. That's awesome. We want to eat some of those. We said about 3 to 5 pieces every day. Maybe eat one with a meal and then one for snacks in between meals. That's awesome. Guys, today we're going to talk about a new aspect. It's called starch. Does anyone know what starch is? It is. It's pretty tough. Guys, starch is grains. So think about your breads, your pastas, your rices, anything like that, oatmeal, anything like that is a starch. So in the idea of nutrition, we want to eat meat and vegetables. That's what we want to eat the most of. Eat meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds. So that's next. Some fruit. And then starch is going to be under fruit. We want to eat a little starch. So we want to limit how much we eat of bread. We want to limit how much we eat of pasta, rice. Those are not good carbohydrates. All right? Eat meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch. And then what we're going to talk about next week is eat no sugar. Awesome, guys. That's our anatomy for today. Next up, we're going to talk about a new section we're going to add. This is our skills section. So I have a mat behind me. If you guys have a mat or a rug or something soft, that'll be great. In our skills section, guys, what we're going to talk about today is the headstand. Woo! Guys, check it out. Here we're going to tie a little bit of math into our physical education. The strongest geometric shape, the strongest shape is what? What do you think it is? Is it a circle? No. Is it a square? No. What about a rectangle? No. The strongest shape, the shape that can hold the most weight, is a triangle. So when we do this headstand, the way that we're going to learn it today and the way that we're going to practice it is in what's called a tripod. Triangle tripod. I'm going to have three things touching the ground. Both of my hands and my head, and it's going to form a triangle. Okay? So you guys can see it from the side. My hands are going to be even, and my head is going to be in front of my hands. And all we're going to do this week is work on getting our knees on top of our elbows. Hand, hand. My two hands form a straight line. Now I'm going to put my head in front of my hands and form that triangle. I want to put the top of my head on the ground. This is my forehead. I want to put the top of my head on the ground. I want to be able to look back at my body. So now my hands and my head are making a triangle. All we're going to do from here is push up, slowly take steps, put your knee on your elbow, and then put your knee on your other elbow, and we're going to balance. How long can you balance like this? This is called our tripod. And then we put our feet down, go down to our knees, and come back up. I'll show you another direction. I'll show you this way so I can look at you. Hands, head, come up. Ah! There we go. There's our tripod. Next week, we'll talk about how to do a headstand. And then I walk my feet down. Guys, that's our skill for today. It's a tripod. And then next week, we'll talk about how we can build that into a headstand. Awesome. That's something that you guys can work on throughout the week. Guys, now we're going to go into our warm-up. Our warm-up is going to look similar, but a little bit different than what we've seen the last couple of weeks. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to do air squats for 30 seconds. So I have my box, and I'll do my air squats to the box. I'm going to do air squats for 30 seconds. For those, the feet are shoulder width apart, maybe wider. Toes are pointed out, and I'm squatting down and coming back up. We're going to do that for 30 seconds. I want you guys to follow along with me as we do it. Then we're going to do what's called a front scale. So after we do our air squats, we're going to do something that works on our balance. We're going to have one foot on the ground. Our arms are going to be out, and we're going to try and lift this leg up as high as we can without leaning back. We're going to try and hold one leg up for 30 seconds. If you need to, you could hold on to something with one arm or two arms for balance. That's a great way to learn this skill. Then we'll go back and we'll do the same thing again. We'll go back into our squats, and then we'll go with a front scale on the other leg. We'll go through this section twice. After that, we'll do another section where we go through stretching, and we'll go through lunges. A lunge looks like this. I'm standing up tall. I'll step out and step back. Again, you guys will do it along with me, and we'll do that for 30 seconds each side as well. We'll go through that. When we're done with that, guys, we'll talk about what our workout looks like and what you guys need to be able to do. Okay? So follow along with me. We're going to do squats to start out with for 30 seconds. Here we go. And go. Up, down, 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 up. One more, down, up. Nice. Now we're gonna go into that front scale. If you guys need to hold on to something, do that now. And we're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. Keep this leg up and stay tall. Arm out to the side, and we're holding. Great job, guys. Hold. We're nice and tall. Hold. Hold. Great work, guys. Great work. You should feel it burning right here on the top of your quad. We're holding. And down. Good, guys. Now we're going to go into a plank. Here, I'll do mine on the box, and we're holding for 30 seconds. Holding. Arms are strong. Your butt is squeezed, and your belly is tight. Keep that belly tight. The butt is lower than the shoulders. 10 more seconds. Arms are nice and long. And now we're going to do a front scale with the other leg up. We're here and hold. Arm out to the side. Each side will feel a little bit different. Try and get this leg up as high as you can. After this, guys, we're going to go back into our air squats. 10 seconds. Hold. Let this leg be strong. 2, 1, and down. Good, guys. Back into our air squats. And down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Good work, guys. Stay with me. Down. 10 seconds. Up, down, up, down, up. One more. Down, up. Back to the scale with the first leg. Do you remember which leg you did first? Here we go, and we're going up in 2, 1, and hold. If this is too challenging, bend the knee a little bit and hold. Arm out to the side. Opposite leg is strong. Good, guys. Great job. Hold. That's it. That's it. 15 seconds. Keep holding. If you need to bend that knee a little bit more, do that. We're holding, holding. 3, 2, 1, and down. Back into the plank, guys. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, plank. Arms are locked and they're strong. Our butt is squeezed and our belly is tight. Think about how a bear growls. Roar! I want you to growl like a bear. That's how tight I want your belly. Good work, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Going back to the plank, going back to the scale. Here we go. Second leg and up. Again, if you need to bend that knee just a little bit, do that. Holding on for balance. Hold, stay nice and tall. If the leg starts to get tired, let it bend a little bit more. And we're holding. Good work, guys. Good work. 10 seconds. You're doing great. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Great job, guys. We're going to go into the second part now, where we're going to start with a stretch, and then we're going to go into our lunge. We're going to do it the same way, where we'll stretch for 30 seconds, lunge for 30, stretch for 30, lunge for 30, and we'll do that twice, okay? Here we go. The stretch that we're going to do is called the Samson stretch. We've done it before. The back knee is on the ground. This knee is at 90 degrees. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my hands above my head, lean forward, and then lean to the side. Here we go, we're going for 30 seconds and start now. You should feel this in the back leg going down through your hip and your quadricep, right down here in the front. That's it. 10 seconds. We have lunges after this. 2, 1, and stand. We're gonna do a forward stepping lunge, so it looks like this. Start with me in 3, 2, 1, and lunge, and back. Lunge, the whole foot's on the ground, and back. Lunge, and back. Good. The back foot stays on the ground, and back. Lunge forward, and back. Lunge forward, 10 seconds, and back. Lunge. Let that back knee just touch the ground just a little bit. Lunge forward and back. Good. Samson stretch with the other leg back. So left leg back, arms up, and then I'm leaning to the right. Getting a stretch now in my left leg. Big deep breaths. Get your hands as tall as you can. Nice job, guys. Push the hips forward a little bit. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to lunge with the other leg going forward. In 2, 1, and lunge, back, lunge, back, lunge, and back, lunge, and back. Good work, guys. Lunge, and back, lunge, and back. Nice job, guys. Come on. 10 seconds. Lunge, and back, lunge, and back. Good. Lunge and back. Back into the Samson stretch in that first leg. And lean. My right leg is back. My left leg is forward, and I'm leaning to the left. Ten seconds. And stand. Now we're going to do lunges stepping back. I'm going to use my right leg and lunge and up. Good. Lunge, we're stepping back and up. Lunge, I'm pulling with the front leg and up. Lunge and up. Lunge and up. Good. Come on. Lunge and up. Lunge back and up. In 3, 2, 1. Good. Samson stretch. Switch legs. My left leg is back. Arms over my head, and I'm leaning to the right. Ten seconds. And up. Now we're going to reverse lunge with our left leg. Standing tall and lunge. And up. And lunge. And up. Lunge. And up. Lunge back. Pull with that front leg. And up. Lunge. And up. Stay with me. Lunge. and up. Lunge and up. One more. Lunge and up. Hey, great job getting through that warm-up, guys. Now we're going to talk about our workout. Our workout is a little different than we've been doing it. You guys are going to exercise for 3 minutes and then rest for 2, and you're going to do that 4 times. Here's what our workout's going to look like. We're going to do 20 sit-ups. For our sit-ups, your feet stay on the ground. Don't put them under anything. Feet are going to stay on the ground. I'm going to touch the ground behind me and then use my arms and come up. I could also put my feet together like this, and now I'm going to come through my legs. Hands down, and I come up and through my legs. I'm going to do 20 sit-ups. Then I'll go right into 15 air squats. I'll use my box for that. Just like in our warm-up, guys, after my 20 sit-ups, feet are wider than shoulder width apart, toes are slightly angled out. I'm pushing my butt back as I push my knees out to the side. Here and down. I can also put my hands on my elbows as laser beams. Squatting down and coming up. That's going to be our squat. 20 sit-ups, 15 squats, and then 10 push-ups. Lowering my chest all the way down and up. Chest all the way down and all the way up. My butt is staying even with my body, all the way down and up. So we have 20 sit-ups, 15 air squats, 10 push-ups. Then when you finish those 3, whatever time you have left in your 3-minute time, you're going to take your school bag and you're going to touch the ground with it and then lift it over your head. You could have no books in it, or you can have a few books in it. If you put books in it, also put some towels in there so the books don't fly around, and make sure all the zippers are zippered. So this is called ground to overhead with our backpack. You'll grab the sides of it, touch the ground, and up. I'm going to use a squatting motion with my legs, and then I'm going to pull my arms and push them overhead. I'm squatting, up, and pushing. Squatting, and pushing. I'll do 20 sit-ups, 15 squats, 10 push-ups. When I finish those, if I still have time left before the 3 minutes is up, I'll go ground to overhead. With my backpack as many times as I can before 3 minutes is up. Then I'll rest for 2 minutes, and I'll do that for 4 cycles. So I'm going to have an opportunity to put my backpack on the ground and over my head at least 4 times if I get there during this workout. One more time. 3 minutes of work, 2 minutes of rest. So each block is 5 minutes. 3 minutes of work, 2 minutes of rest. You'll do 20 sit-ups, 15 squats, 10 push-ups. In the time remaining, you'll do ground to overhead with your backpack as many times as you can get it until 3 minutes is up. Then you'll rest for 2. You'll repeat that 4 times, okay? Guys, awesome class today. We learned so much. We talked about anatomy. We learned a new muscle. The muscle is down here. Most people call it your calf muscle. It's called your, do you remember? Think about when you're driving, you hit the gas pedal. It's your gastrocnemius. Yes, we talked about our nutrition. What nutrition did we talk about? Starch. Right. What is starch? Grains, breads, pasta, oatmeal, everything like that is considered our starch, and we want to eat a little starch, okay? A good idea is if you made a fist, whatever could fit inside of your fist, it's not a lot. That's how much starch you could eat. That's going to be our nutrition. anatomy, nutrition, skills, we talked about a tripod. The strongest shape is a triangle. We talked about a tripod, and then next week we'll go over how to go from a tripod to a headstand, and we'll work on that. We warmed up, and then we talked about our workout. Guys, have an awesome workout. Let me know how it goes. You guys are awesome. Thank you for a great class, and as always, I will see you next week.